Welcome to another episode of Review Advent Calendar. This time around we are going to review a song from the Aoppella franchise. It is a song featuring VadLip, Lil Happy and FYA'M. It is 5 plus 6 plus 6 equals voice to voice. So let's dive into that.
屋上から見上げた空どんな色でデリスかきたそうか
That's a really good start from Tomoaki Mai, no?
繰り終わったカレンダーかけ直してまた歌っていたいよ僕らの描く奇跡が星のように
I have a problem with Tetsuya Kakihara. His voice has become one of my favorites when it comes to singing. And he has been doing an amazing job with Lil Happy. And as you can see, even with Ryohei Kimura, who by now is an amazing singer, Tetsuya Kakihara still shines a bit above when it comes to the quality, alone. Ken leading the way, that's good. Oh, that's a nice transition. So we are going to get a group, and a group. So they are basically going in batches. I was expecting them to shuffle. So this is going to be a bit traditional in a way. It feels more like a medley with all the groups on stage. They are taking turns to perform. But what I was going to say, Lil Happy doing a really smooth, delicate style of performance to open up this song slowly and smoothly. I can already tell that the song is going to crack up the intensity, but it is already really good. I forgot to tell you, this is the first time that I'm listening to this song, so I will be a bit quieter than usual in my review, because this is the very first time that I'm listening to this song.
You heard about FYA'M's style? Well, now listen.
That beat is amazing.
Baby, think about you. Just wanna kiss you.
That's a sort of 50s inspired pop or surf rock going on in here, but it is performed in a cappella. It's not really a barbershop style of a cappella, but it's not also surf rock. It's a mix of both, and it works well. But let's continue. That's a mix of surf rock with barbershop a cappella. Yeah, that's exactly that. It's unfair when Takuya Sato starts singing in a cappella. Sorry, but it is unfair. They didn't need that falsetto, but they added, and it is so good.
かしいな勝手気ままにやりゃいいすよ被害者面
You barely notice the transition from FYA'M to VadLip, given how they almost have the same vibe because they have beatboxing at the back, backing them up. So the transition was quite natural because both have beatboxing.
天皇はトゥルー見せ物扱いはマジだりんだけどどうでもいいよ平らなしそんなわし楽しな方にだけ
Finally, we get Shunsuke Takeuchi performing and showing that R&B riffing that I love a whole lot.
勝負を挑むなら耳をかっこじきって聞けよ最強の証明を声重ね今ぶっ放せバッリさあ来いよどんどんどんビスボイ欲しいものならどんどんどんビスボイ常識を伺え満足かよくさま雑談すんな邪魔
That's a drum and bass beat going on the vocal end. Let's stop that. So, just to understand something here, Shunsuke Takeuchi is doing a drum and bass beat with his mouth. Drum and bass is extremely fast, in case you haven't noticed or don't know about the genre. But if you pay closer attention to his beatboxing, notice how fast he's going.
こでいいのかよどんどんどんビスケー勝負したいならどんどんどん登ってこいほら半端ないジェラス胸に刻めジーザス掴み取れ
Those high notes with Kensho no Yumuchi, the Natsuki Hanae, and Takuyashiro are... I'm weak to these. I'm really weak to these.
行きゆく時々のきらめきをこぼれないように集めてそれぞれの想いは重なってこの歌一つになる行きゆく時々のきらめきをこぼれないように集め
You didn't put Takuya Sato doing ad-libs in the background. Damn, it's good. The three groups at the same time. Takuya Sato ad-libbing, Tetsuya Kihara ad-libbing, Ken ad-libbing, Toshiki Toyonaga ad-libbing. What the hell is going on? This is good. I would love to see this being performed live. Honestly, I think that in terms of cohesion live, it would be really hard to accomplish this because there's a lot of people on stage to coordinate parts with each other and know to whom they need to look at to know what part they are going to do. But I would love to see this being performed live. I think it is quite impossible, but still, one can dream. This is wow. So I forgot to say, this song was suggested by MikMik and Grace, two people suggesting this song. Thank you very much for doing so. I had been holding off of reviewing the Aoppella franchise music for a while because the CDs are not complete in a specific place and you need to actually jump from place to place to actually get access to some songs or not, which is a bit weird. But it's good to see and good to hear them again. I kind of miss them. So it's good to finally go back to the Aoppella franchise and revisit the groups that I love. As you can tell, I enjoy Lil Happy, but when FYA'M arrived, I was in my groove. They are my favorite group in the Aoppella franchise. The transition to VadLip was smooth as hell, but it was to be expected because you were going from Lil Happy, a group that has no percussion on the vocal, to FYA'M, who have a group that basically has percussion on the vocals with beatboxing by Shugo Nakamura, and then you move to VadLip that have as well percussion with beatboxing by Shunsuke Takeuchi. So the beatboxing to beatboxing was a nice transition. You barely noticed the vocals also changing. I only noticed the change when Takuyashiro took the mic and he was in front because his voice was nothing like what you have in FYA'M. And that's when I noticed the transition, because otherwise the transition was so smooth that I didn't notice when VadLip took the stage and FYA'M took a step back. So this is quite the interesting song in terms of organization, in terms of vocals. It is quite impressive. That's a lot of vocals to coordinate in a song. When we get to that transition to VadLip, we barely notice that, and VadLip is in charge of wrapping up the song. Before, of course, all the groups team up and they harmonize and they fill in for each other to create that beautiful, really beautiful harmony in the end. And I'm not talking about harmonies on the vocal end, I'm talking about harmony in terms of the sound and the performance itself, because usually when you have more than 5 people in a group, and in this case we are mixing 3 groups, we have more than 10 people here. When we have so many people, usually songs get a bit murky on the vocal end. It's not really flattering for those that have the best singing tones or technique, and usually is done in a really sloppy way to try to mask the bad singers. But in an a cappella project, no one is a bad singer. So you have every single one of them being a highlight reel in themselves. And when it comes to the vocals mix, I feel that it was so well done to the point that I can tell everyone apart in that mix in the outro. And they actually had the beautiful idea of pairing up voices that work well together for specific parts in that outro to make it sure that not only we have the clarity on those vocals, but also that the song itself sounds pleasing to the ears, and you get everyone from each group to have their own spotlight, but teaming up with people from other groups that have almost the same vibe or the same technique or the same voice tone. I find it really enjoyable, and it is a testament to a great composition and a great vocals mix. Let me check, just to take that pressure off of me. Who is Zakby? Of course it's Zakby. It's Zakby, so I'm not even going to say much more. If you know who Zakby is, he's a composer and lyricist for Anthos, for a couple of songs in the VazRock franchise, as well as Pionix. He's amazing. Usually when Zakby is in charge of music for Anthos, for example, it's when the songs get highly technical on the vocal end, and who better to do that than him in a project like this. So it's Zakby in charge of that vocals direction, so it's already done. It was bound to be good from the start, so yeah. An amazing lineup with an amazing composer and lyricist behind. Well, you have a match made in heaven. This song is amazing. Thank you very much for suggesting it. MikMik and Grace. This is 5 + 6 + 6 = Voice to Voice by Lil Happy, FYA'M and VadLip from the Aoppella franchise. I hope you enjoyed this song and this video as well, this video review, and you will find the link to that song in the description, so go check it out, put it in your favorites, share it with your friends, have fun, and check the other music by the Aoppella franchise in case this is the very first time that you came across this franchise. It's all about a cappella music, which is to say, music done by voice only. You don't have any musical instruments playing in the background. All the instruments that you listen to are made by the voice, through beatboxing, through harmonies, through voice, essentially. So this is the purest state to find a singer. In this case, it is the purest display of vocal technique and quality by a seiyuu. This is the best project to actually find that and find new singers to follow, because each and every single one of them is amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.